Guys, hey, it's Jay. And today I was just thinking about, well, actually tonight, but I was just thinking about how this is every Sunday and possibly Wednesday thing I'm doing, mostly every Sunday. But just some motivation and some advice, and just talk about some things, and just a couple, just read something for the Bible now and then. But just to get my point across from God to you. Right now I'm just gonna talk about how jealousy. And jealousy is a very deadly sin. It is. And we all come to jealousy at one point in our life. And jealousy can lead to very dangerous things like anger. And anger, what can anger lead to? Anger could lead to murder, killing. Anger could lead to like sabotage something. You can't just, jealousy just leads to anger. And sometimes that's a hard thing. You just gotta let go. You just gotta live with it. You just can't be jealous of everything. You just can't be angry for every single thing. I mean, where's anger really gonna get you? For God says, love all His children, right? So why be angry at somebody just because you envy them? Now, I'm gonna go to Genesis chapter 4, Cain and Abel. I think we all know the story where basically Adam and Eve knew they were going to conceive two sons. Firstborn, Cain, he was the strong man, basically, the big buff dude, like your athletic, strong dude, basically, and like he was all bronze, basically, is what I'm going to say. And when it came to the time to sacrifice offerings to your Lord, Cain, he just gave some fruit. Just gave some fruit, that's it. And they also had Abel. And Abel, well, he was like he was the shepherd of the sheep, basically. He just was with the livestock, and he worked with animals. He wasn't a groundsman. He didn't work with plants or anything. And Abel, he gave his best. He gave his top flock. He gave his firstborn of the flock. He gave his animals, very good fatty animals. He sacrificed them to God, and God accepted Abel's sacrifice, but He just didn't accept the Cain's, and therefore Cain just got all jealous, and his jealousy led to anger. And God even said, He's like, if you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin will be waiting at your door. It's desired for you, but you must rule over it. You must resist it. And Cain couldn't resist the sin. The jealousy just filled him nothing but with sin in him. And that sin led to murder. That sin led to anger. And that anger led to him killing his own brother. And that just basically leads me to talking about, guys, sometimes you just gotta think. I mean, you can't just let something, just because you're jealous of somebody, you can't lead to anger, because you don't know where that anger might lead up to. Maybe it might be with your brothers and sisters. Maybe you just might envy a friend. Maybe you just might envy somebody just because they're better than you. You just can't. And honestly, a tip from me, and this is just a tip. This has nothing to do with the Bible. If you envy somebody just because they do better than you, then work harder at it. Don't be jealous. Just work harder. Push yourself past your limits. Because if you devote what you do for God, God's gonna help you all the way, and God's gonna get you to the point where you need to be. And He's gonna help you with your goals. And like I'm saying, guys, you can't just let jealousy just get a hold of you like that, because jealousy is going to fill you up with nothing but sin. And well, you don't want sin in your life, because guys, like I was talking about last week, you can't get nowhere with sin, because if you have sin in your life, you're not going to make it to heaven. You're not, because God's not going to allow you to have sin in your life. And what Cain did, well, Cain killed his own brother. And that's the mistake he made. And God cursed him after that, because he wasn't good with the fields no more. His plants They just didn't go to their full potential because he murdered his brother out of jealousy, because his brother did better. His brother sacrificed better, you know? And you can't just let that jealousy get to you, because what that jealousy gets to you, it's going to build up more sin, and that sin, you know, that sin tempts you to do things, you know, you think you want to do, but you really don't, because that's just the devil getting inside your head, just pushing you to things you really don't want to do, guys. Just telling you, they're just whispering you, hey, do it. It's alright. You can get away with it. You can get away with it. But it's not. You're not going to get away with it, because you know who's always watching? God is always watching, guys. God is always watching. And He knows everything you're doing. Everything you're doing. What you're doing right now, He sees what you're doing. You can't hide it from Him. God asked Cain, where's your brother Abel? And Cain tried to lie. Cain tried to lie to God, saying, oh, he's off somewhere. But you know, God knows, because God said, the blood of your brother is crying out to me. The blood of your brother is crying out to me. Because God knows. Because God sees all. And you can't hide from God, guys. You can't. Because like I said, you're human. Yes, you're going to commit sins. But there's some points where, you know, there's some sins you just can't do. And yeah, you'll be forgiven, but there's just a place, you know, where you're going to go in the afterlife. And guys, like, you just can't let that sin get to you. Because that sin, what happens is when jealousy or anger builds up inside of you, that sin's just waiting at your doorsteps. Just waiting for you to open that door and let it all in. And then you're going to do something you regret. And you know, my words to you guys is basically just try to stay away from jealousy. If you're one quick to get jealous and quick to get anger, just think to yourself, you know, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to let jealousy take over me and let this anger take over me? Don't do what Cain did, guys. Don't let the anger get to you. Don't let jealousy get to you. Because remember, you can always do better. Because if you do what's good, then won't you be accepted? Now, in society nowadays, I guess you could say not. But you know, we're not living by society's rules. We're living by God's rules. And we're doing good for God, not for society. Because if society sees what we do for God as bad, we just gotta stand for what's right and what we know is right, guys. And you know, my last words to you are gonna be, just don't let anger and jealousy get to you. Just think it through. Do I really want this to happen? Do I really want this to get to me? Because God's always watching me. God's always watching you. And God knows what you're gonna do. And God knows you can prevent it. Because God gives you the choice to. Now, I hope you guys have a good night. And I hope you guys have a good morning. See ya. I pray that y'all, you know, sleep well. Have good rest. You know, that you just feel good, up and running. You know, just live for the Lord, guys. Amen.